Okay, whoa, 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 what? The effects that ToneX just added to the ToneX and the ToneX One are maybe worth more than a ToneX One even sells for. If someone just put together these effects, I think you'd pay more than a ToneX One just for the effects. Forget all the capture stuff. This is like is a pretty goat move, I'm going to be honest. Whew, come on, man. That sounds like a twin. And not just because I'm playing the, let's see, what am I playing here? It's the TJ68 Twin VBOD. That is not just because I'm playing a capture of a twin with a big 15-inch speaker, but because look up right here. I got this beautiful spring reverb. We got some delay on it, little dotted eighth, and we got, oh, this luscious tremolo. Let me defeat this delay just so I can show you what I'm talking about, because you guys, they've really nailed it. These effects make this thing out of this world. If you don't have a ToneX One at this point, with these effects they've added and with obviously the amp capture tech, I mean, it's dumb not to own this thing. Check this out. I mean, that just sounds like a twin, man. Listen, before I go any further, I want to show you these effects, and I want to talk about them because they're incredible. Thank you so much to ToneX and Amplitude, and I'm really flattered to be part of this limited edition, anniversary edition ToneX. There's a bunch of TJ sounds on there as well as some other creators. All the sounds I'm going to play today, I'm going to show you some of the sounds that are on this pedal, but I just want to say thank you to them. I think you can buy all this, like everything that's on this pedal. It's available on the site and stuff too. Anyway, these are great. You buy one of these if you don't have a ToneX, or if you're looking for another one, you're going to want to get one after you see these effects. Okay, what has ToneX done here? You look at the ToneX One at this point, and you'd be a fool not to own this pedal. Let's check these out. I'm going to show you something that I think is really cool. That's like a twin, and it can do the twin thing because we've got that new spring reverb. But let's go down here, and let's find, man, let's just get a big old plexi. You know what I mean? Here, let's go. This is like a go-to plexi sound. 74 purple plexi 1.3. Let's see. Why did I not make this purple? I kind of thought I did. I don't know. Anyway, I'm on a beta software. Could be a little mistake there. Not really sure. But chorus, you guys. I'm gonna turn this delay back on. And let me turn this spring. I don't usually put spring reverb with a Marshall. So I'm going to do like a darker room. I'm going to bring this down, put up some pre-delay, and the time is going to be good. And it's going to sound like this. Let me turn that room down a little bit so we can really hear this chorus come through. And we'll go to this really big J, kind of profile. Oh, I like that sound a lot. I love a big plexi kind of thing like that. That is awesome. And you put a little chorus. Now, I'm also gonna show you a little trick I do, which is plexi, but we're gonna clean it up a bit. When the effects are good, the guitar is fun to play. Put this chorus on like a barely there. You know what I mean? Where it's like this. Is that chorus even on? Is it even on? But hear how now it sounds like something's kind of missing? Check this out. Now I've got it on the tape setting here, so there's a little bit of warble coming from there, but now listen. Man, I dig that. I also, this is now coming out of, I mean, a little tiny guy, you know, a little tiny ToneX 1 can do this now. And that's what's really kind of crazy. That is really cool. I really dig that. One other kind of sound that I wanted to show off in here. Here's a very classic sound, right? Here's the kind of the Dumble ODS. This is where I like that chorus because that's a very classic kind of thing that those guys would do. Now I'm going to bring down this delay and I'm going to up this a little bit. This would be a very, just kind of like. I dig it. I dig it. I really like these new effects. There's a ton in here. There's a ton to kind of get to know. Obviously, we've got some little different delay here. I'm just on like kind of a overdriven, clean, Dumble-y thing. Let me take this modulation off, and sounds like this, you know? I like it. I like it. You hear all that brightness in the digital part there? That's what makes it like a digital delay. Now here's the tape. There might be a hint of warble in there, but really we're like darkening that delay a bunch. It could almost also be called like, kind of just feels like analog-y to me, but tape. Sure, it's a tape kind of thing. Let me find, here we go. Oh, this Match Brave. I like this one. Come on. That's in there? That's in there. That's in there. Just checked, it's in there. I like this room. We could even go to plate, just because why not? This isn't even new. I just like this verb, you know? I dig that plate, and now let's just look at some of these modulations real quick, you know? Can't hear it because it ain't on. I never use rotary, but that sounds cool. Flanger. put it on this. Here we go. Let's try this. That's cool, man. I'll be honest. To me, chorus, trem, delay, verb, that's all I want. That's all I want right there. Okay, let's chat about it here. ToneX just did something that's kind of crazy, right? They just added effects, and they came out with a cool looking ToneX, which, by the way, you can pick one of these up. I think you can pre-order them right now. They're going to be shipping very soon. I think they ship in like a day or 2 days after I'm going to put this video up. And it comes with a bunch of effects. I think these new effects will probably be launched in the first week that you get this thing. And also it comes with a bunch of free captures. They're not really free. It's just in the price of the pedal. I don't really know. Anyway, it's white. It looks cool. And a bunch of us put some stuff in there. The real star of the show, though, if I may say, these effects, right? Here's the first question. Can this take the place of your existing effects? To me, the answer to that question, yes and no. If you are somebody who has a Boss CE2 on their board, right? You have a very classic sounding chorus pedal. I think this thing has a chorus sound. It sounds great. I'm not particularly picky when it comes to chorus and vibrato. I just want it to give me some motion. I also usually have a bit of motion coming from my delay and reverb. So I will say this, in terms of modulation, I find this super useful. If I had a Boss CE2, CE3, this could kick it off the board, right? This could take the place of that. That's what makes this thing so incredible now, this software and these new effects, is that a ToneX 1 with just these effects would be worth just like what you pay for the ToneX 1 is, I think, value. You would buy these effects for that much. So it's almost like the capture tech is free now, or vice versa. These effects are free because they're just giving them to us, right? So I think if you're a person who has a chorus pedal, or you put on some tremolo, some chorus, some phaser. If you got a phase 90, there's one knob on that thing, phase 100. Look, I got a vintage phase 100 right here, and this is one of the battery only ones. Can't even plug it in. If that's you, you can take a pedal off your board. This will do it. You just got to figure out, you're going to want one of these guys, I think, so that you can go to different presets. If you're on the ToneX 1, maybe you got to figure out how you're going to do that. In terms of delay and reverb, practically for me personally, let me give you my perspective as a player first, and then as the Tone Junkie guy second. As a player, I like this delay and reverb. It's great for me to do demos. It's great for me to just get a go-to sound. I would say the types of sounds I dialed in this demo here very easily, just with the very simple delay and reverb algorithms in here, are absolutely how I play guitar 90% of the time. To my worship gig, I'm going to need more, right? So it's not going to take the place of your Timeline or Big Sky, but I don't think at this price point and for how it's being given to us as an upgrade, it's fair to hold it to that standard. So you don't have as much malleability as like an HX Stomp, but if you ask me, this thing sounds a hell of a lot better than an HX Stomp anyway. So there you go. I won't mince my words about it. I think the ToneX sounds a lot better than a lot of other things out there. So to me, delay and reverb are going to be useful. I'm not kicking pedals off my board for it. But if you just have this and you play, this would cover a lot of my home playing and guitar tones and could cover a lot. Now, I also have the perspective of, I talk to a lot of customers who buy Tone Junkie stuff and who are just players. I live in Nashville. I know a lot of guitar players. I talk to them. I would say if you're outside the church world, these effects right in here, you could probably will probably cover about 70% of guitar players from my experience. I know a lot of guys who have rock and country gigs, and all they want is a slap back and a little spring reverb, and they're driving and they got an overdrive and a compressor in front. And that's really all they're running, you know? Sometimes they use tremolo and stuff, but that's the sound. You know what I mean? Now you get into more modern country stuff, rigs get bigger and rigs get more boutique, of course. But there's a lot of bar band dudes. There's a lot of dudes who are out here with pretty basic setups and they're earning a living. And so more power to them. I think this works for that. So I am blown away by this. I really am. I think providing it free is such a tactical and shrewd move by them. I think they've just exploded the amount of tone per dollar and the value prop of this big pedal. And the little pedal now, in terms of the Tone X1, in terms of value, to me, this is now the best bang for your buck pedal on the market. I previously gave that to the HX Stomp. Although the HX Stomp does more, the HX Stomp is quite a bit more than a Tone X1. I think the HX Stomp is 5 times as expensive as a Tone X1. Now that the Tone X1 has this, you could justify it being on your board just for a chorus and a reverb, or a chorus and delay if you wanted it, for a chorus or a tremolo, and then just use it as a backup in case your amp fails. Or you could get 2 Tone X1s and have one just for effects and have it be like, okay, sometimes I turn on my drive and chorus, like have that as one preset, like a drive pedal, and then have this one just running a clean amp, and maybe you put, some reverb in it or whatever, but you turn the front one into a delay or a drive or a chorus. The Tone X1 really now becomes, you could line up 4 or 5 of these pedals and almost just have one thing assigned per pedal. I don't know why you do that really, but you could, right? It's like you could have a very modular setup where it's like overdrive, overdrive. I'll just use this one for chorus or maybe trem, and then I'll have the amp sound running delay and reverb. I mean, you can really do that if you wanted to. And so that means because it fits in all those spots, it'll fit wherever you want it on your board. It could be just a standalone effects pedal at this point. Hey, IK. Hey, ToneX. Add more. I don't mean add more like give us 5 more effect slots, because I would imagine, there's not unlimited processing capability. But if you can throw in another algorithm of this, like an alternate chorus, another delay, you know what I mean? Like just a little different voice of a delay, maybe a verb with, I would imagine the spring takes up a good amount of something. Can we get a hall? Can we get a hall with a little flurb or chorus? Remember EHX had that flurb kind of thing? All I'm saying is we've got bare bones. I don't want to say bare bones like in a negative way. We've got basics. We've got tools in the toolbox. And if it's possible, the more variation, the better. Because I think if ToneX does come up with, like, say the flurb setting, right, which is like a flanger verb, which these have in the old EHX pedals, if that effect is really great, or like you cop the Julia sound in the chorus, or whatever, right? Or like a vibrato could be a really great addition here. Just some people are just running vibrato, not chorus. That can make the real case that little effect, that little Tone X1, now deserves to be just in an effects slot in your board. I'm just thinking out loud. I think this is tremendous. I think this is awesome. And happy to be involved with this white ToneX One. Go check it out. Go pick it up. Thanks for checking these effects out with me. All right, I'll leave you with that. I've been HW. Thanks so much for watching Tone Jiggy TV.